Good afternoon, I'm Jan McGowan. I'm class teacher of Primary 2-3 here at St Peter's. This is our part of the playground in Primary 2-3 that we have as our bubble part of the playground. This is where the children come and play first thing in the morning, and we come and play at playtime and at lunchtime. Over in the shelter, over there is where our children have lunch at the moment. We've been very fortunate with the weather at the moment, but we're sheltered, so it's a nice space, and the children are enjoying having their lunch outdoors. So the children are very fortunate. We've got all our loose parts play out here, so we've been enjoying that at playtimes and at lunchtimes. The children also have their PE lessons out in the playground here, and they've been enjoying having the pirate ship and the train to play on as well. And I'll take you downstairs now and show you where the children come inside. So when the bell goes at 2 minutes before 8:45 in the morning, the children make their way down here. And I'm ready to meet them here at the door for 8:45. We're hoping to, in the next few weeks, to develop this part of the playground to be as part of an outdoor classroom for our primary 2s and 3s. It's a work in progress. In you come. So when the bell goes, the children come in here. They're encouraged to wash their hands first of all in the toilets. There's hand sanitizer here, and the children hang up their coats and their bags here in the cloakroom. And then we make our way along to the classroom. If they'd like to come along. It's quite a familiar space to some of our children. They were in the same class last year. Here we are in Primary 2-3 in our classroom. First job that the children are encouraged to do in the morning is to register themselves. They self-register. Leave their water bottles here in the water tray. And usually first thing in the morning we have lots of activities laid out in the classroom, and the children do some choosing, some free play to start off the day. We call it a soft start, so it's a nice, good way to start the day where I can do the official register and get things like lunches sorted out. The children very helpfully made a wee list of all the things that they would like me to show you around the classroom, so I'll take you over. They thought it would be good to show you our calendar. We've been working really hard on days of the week, months of the year, talking about the seasons, sequencing numbers. It's a lot of revision for lots of children, but it's good, just a sort of good start to our morning if you'd like to do it at home as well. And we've been attempting to do our days of the week and our months of the year and numbers in French as well. Once the children, when I've registered them and they're all busy playing, I go over what their lunch choices are for the day, and the children come and select their lunches on here, so we know exactly who's having what for lunch. So in Primary 2-3, play is still a very big part of our learning and the way in which we learn. So at the moment we've got lots of ways in which we can learn through play. We've got quite a big construction area that's really popular with Lego, castle building, lots of cars and vehicles. We have class library. At the moment we have a police station that the children, they led the learning there, so we've got our own police station there. One of our most popular activities in Primary 2-3 is writing and colouring and drawing, if that's a choosing activity to do. So they enjoy doing that, so they come and help themselves to resources here on the shelves, and they can go and sit down at a desk. We've also got some junk modelling as well. So lots of things for the children to choose. We spent a little while in the first couple of weeks putting together our own class charter, where we looked at the school values of kindness, effort and respect, and the children came up with some things that were quite pertinent to them that they wanted to include, that they felt kindness, effort and respect were all about. So the things like use kind words and actions, don't give up, share, have a go, don't be afraid to make mistakes, help one another, do as you're asked first time, respect people and property, and always do your best even if you find it tricky. Oh, and here's concentrate down here. So we'll always refer to these in class when we're talking about behaviour or situations. We'd always bring it back to our class charter. We decided to turn ourselves into lovely sunflowers. And how does your garden grow? Primary 2-3 with kindness, effort and respect. The things that that underpin our learning as well are our learning powers here at St Peter's, and we always have them displayed in every classroom, where the children are constantly thinking about which learning powers they're using, how they're going to help them to learn. And we usually choose a few children every week at our assemblies which no longer take place in the hall, assemblies which take place in our own classrooms when our members of the management team come and join us, and they have been awarding some Learning Power Superhero postcards for worthy recipients, children who have been following our class charter and using their learning powers really well. Home learning, you should now all have received orange home learning jotters. We've put a home learning grid inside there for everyone. We also thought it'd be helpful to have a little reminder about letter formation, matching up capital letters to lowercase letters, and a bit on letter formation there, just as a wee reminder. Your home learning grid is in there, and we're encouraging the children to return home learning jotters on a Tuesday, so we can quarantine them in school until we have them on we have a home learning sharing session on a Friday, and we can give them back out then on a Friday. We'd ask that any home learning that you do be shared in here, and I've also said email any photographs, anything that you'd like to share as well. I'm very happy to receive those. Can we also encourage the children to use their First Minister's Reading Challenge, reading passports? All the children should now have one of these, and it's a really nice way just to record all the books and all the stories that we've been reading at home. We have a poster as well that we're going to start in class that records all the books that we've been reading in class. I'm just checking my list here, but I think that's us, covered everything that Primary 2-3 wanted to share with you. It was nice to come back. Lots of the displays on the walls were what were already here last year. We thought for continuity, for the children coming back after having been away from school for about 5.5 months, it was nice to come back to some familiarity. We're beginning to add bits and pieces of our own. We enjoyed a story a couple of weeks ago called The Colour Monster, asking our children just to think about our feelings and emotions as we're highlighting children's health and well-being as a focus this year. And please don't hesitate to contact me if there's anything else I can help you with, and I'm looking forward to a good year with Primary 2-3.